Good evening and thank you for joining us. A 17-year-old Lloydminster boy is facing charges after police received several complaints Tuesday about a youth pointing a gun at other kids at the skate park. Now, after investigating, police found the youth matching the description and later found a CO2-powered BB gun at his home. The youth has been charged with possession of a weapon dangerous to the public, breach of probation, and mischief. He's to appear in Alberta Provincial Court on September 16th. Battleford's RCMP are searching for several suspects wanted in an armed robbery outside a home on Mosquito First Nation. Police say it happened last Saturday night. The suspects followed the victims and had them exit their vehicle at gunpoint. There were at least 3 suspects with firearms and possibly 2 more that remained in the vehicle. All the suspects were dressed in black, their faces covered with bandanas and described as First Nation. They stole a small amount of cash and left in the suspect vehicle without harming any of the victims. Now, if you have any information on this crime, you are asked to call the Battleford Detachment at 306-446-1720 or Crime Stoppers. Cold Lake RCMP are sharing security video with us in the hopes our viewers can help identify a robbery suspect. They're investigating an early morning robbery at the Sears department store that happened yesterday. Police say between the hours of 12:30 a.m. to 2:45 a.m., an unknown person broke into the store and stole a number of items. The male suspect is described as wearing a black jacket and blue pants, light-colored shoes, yellow work gloves, and a green or brown hat. According to police, several TVs, power tools, generators, and cash from the register were stolen during the break and enter. Cold Lake RCMP believe the suspect was not the only person involved in the robbery. Of course, if you have any information on this, you are asked to contact police. Well, all 3 PC leadership candidates were in Bonnyville last night for a public forum. The 3 men are vying for the position of Premier of Alberta. Now, Lakeland residents had the chance to grill them on issues pertaining to our region, while the candidates used this time to drum up support before the election. Fraser Snowden reports.
It was a good turnout at the Bonnyville Fish and Game Building as the 3 potential PC party leaders fielded questions from an audience of party supporters.
It comes down to our economy.
Jim Prentice, Thomas Lukazik, and Rick McIver spoke about a number of issues facing the area, such as health care, the quality of our roads in the Lakeland, and temporary foreign workers.
We don't need temporary foreign workers. We need permanent foreign workers in this province who will stay here, raise their families over here, pay their taxes over here, buy homes, and become Canadians.
Addressing the media after the event, Rick McIver believes he is the candidate to help gain Albertans' trust after the various spending problems with the previous Redford government.
We're going to behave the way I already have. You know, I killed the Sky Palace, which was an example of bad behavior. My expenses are boring. The expenses that I was allowed to spend on my constituency office, I spent less than I was allowed to.
While Jim Prentice states that he knows what is important for Albertans and says he is not happy with how the province has changed. This includes the expensive housing and rentals in the Lakeland region.
Alberta's not a work camp, and Bonnyville's not a work camp. And so we have to be focused on making sure that we invest in our communities, that they're livable, and that we have a high quality of life. And so that may involve the government stepping in and working in partnership with these communities that are under pressure. They have to be affordable.
PC party members will vote for a new leader September 6th. In Bonnyville, Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.
Well, teen burgers are quite popular in the border city today. That as Lloydminster A&Ws join restaurants across the nation, raising money to end multiple sclerosis. It's a cause that's dear to a lot of people here. Now, according to the local MS Society, Lloydminster and the surrounding area has one of the highest rates of MS in Alberta. Barb Petiesic has more on the 6th annual Crusin to End MS event.
It's not your typical lunch shift at the Cornerstone A&W, as staff and volunteers were busy taking orders as well as donations for MS. For Gail Taylor, volunteering for this event is more than just showing up. She was diagnosed with the disease in 2007 and wants to spread awareness, all while sporting a smile.
You can't hardly even get up to go get a glass of water, and I live with a headache every day. I sleep with an ice pack on my head every night.
And Taylor considers herself one of the lucky ones.
I had a girlfriend within 6 months was walking with a cane. Within a year she was in a wheelchair, and the struggles and all the to make your house livable for somebody in a wheelchair and the scooters, and so it is a big struggle for everybody.
It seems more and more you don't talk to anyone in the community who isn't impacted in some way or knows of someone living with MS. So it's a cause that hits home to a lot of people, and so that's what we're here to do, is to reach out and remind people they're not alone in their fight.
And it's more than just about support. The annual event has raised more than $5 million for the Canadian MS Society. Last year, our regional restaurants raised close to $7,000. This year, they hope to hit $10,000.
Early indications are that it is so doable. Leading up to this day, people have been able to make donations to the MS Society. They're little cutouts that they have displayed all over the store windows. So numbers are looking strong leading into today.
A portion of the money raised goes towards research. The rest stays in the community, providing services to people living with MS. Something that Taylor says goes a long way.
It is unbelievable. It just, it makes you proud to be part of this community. And the support they have given us is I just can't say thank you enough.
Bart Pediasek, Newcap News.